Welcome to the other administrative aspects of the Maryland Child and Adult Care Food Program, a CACFP Basics course. The purpose of this webinar is to go over administrative aspects of the CACFP and to provide resources that will enhance your nutrition education program. Nonprofit agencies are automatically eligible for the CACFP. In order for proprietary or for-profit agencies to be eligible to claim meals for reimbursement, at least 25% of your enrollment or license capacity, whichever is less, must be eligible for free and reduced price meals. If at any month the agency's free reduced price meal eligibility is less than 25% of the total enrollment or license capacity, the program cannot claim meals. Once this requirement has been met, the agency then can begin reclaiming meals. Enrollment forms. These forms are different than the required enrollment forms for licensing through the Office of Child Care. These enrollment forms must be on file for all children claimed in the CCFP. Enrollment forms must be updated annually. For any child missing enrollment documentation or the form is more than a year old, do not claim their meals until they have a non-expired enrollment form. This enrollment form is located in the Mars Resource Center. Let's take a closer look at the enrollment form. This is where the agency writes the name of their center. This is where you write the child's name and date of birth. Here's where you write down the times the children are normally in care, the days of the week the children are normally in care, and the meals they typically receive. The parent or guardian then needs to sign and date the form, and it is good for 1 year. You may now begin claiming meals for this child. The Food Buying Guide. The Food Buying Guide is available as an interactive web-based tool and a mobile app. It allows you to easily search and navigate food yields and credible substitutions, calculate meal component serving sizes, and create and save favorite food lists. The URL to the Food Buying Guide is located at the bottom of the screen. We're now going to take a look at how to use the Food Buying Guide calculator to create a shopping list. We believe this is one of the most helpful tools when calculating meal component serving sizes. You'll need a copy of the meal pattern serving sizes and your menu to complete a shopping list. Here we are at the landing page of the interactive web-based Food Buying Guide. There are two ways to begin a shopping list. You can either go to the Food Buying Guide tab or go under Tools and click on FBG Calculator Create a Shopping List. For this example, we'll click the tab labeled FBG Calculator, and we're going to start and create a list. From here, you can go ahead and name your list, and for this list, we're going to do a list on chicken drumsticks and our chicken drumstick lunch. Let's go ahead and check our menu. Again, our menu says that we have 15 preschoolers and 30 school-age students. And our menu on today's menu is chicken drumsticks, brown rice, broccoli, oranges, and milk. Today, we're going to go figure out how many chicken drumsticks we would need to buy in order to feed 15 preschoolers and 30 school-age students using the Food Buying Guide calculator. So first, go to the Meat Alternates tab and click in chicken drumsticks. You can go ahead from there and click Search, and it'll come up with a list of various options. Click the one that matches your product. And then from here, we can go ahead and add serving sizes. For this activity, we're going to need to know approximately what is the minimum portion size for one preschooler. So we have to go back and figure out how many preschoolers we need. And here it says that we need 15 preschoolers. We need enough for 15 preschoolers. And then we need to check out how much one serving size is for a preschooler. So one serving size is 1.5 ounces. So we have all the information we need to go ahead and create our shopping list. From here, we'll click on that we need 1.5 ounces size, and we need enough for 15 preschoolers. You'll see that it automatically calculates how much you need to buy for 15 preschoolers. So it says 3 pounds. We also have our school age students, so we're gonna have add a different serving size and find the minimum portion size for one school age student in a meat alternate. We go back to the meal pattern, find the school age, find the minimum portion size for meat alternates, which is 2 ounces. And we have 30 school age students. So we have all the information we need. So here, click on the 2 ounces, and then we needed 30 serving sizes to meet that requirement. So you'll place in 30 into the box of number of servings, and you'll see that it automatically calculates the number of servings and how much you need to buy. From here, you can go ahead and save your shopping list. Your shopping list is now saved. There are several things that you can do at this point of time. You can go ahead and you can go print, or you can email, or you can create a CVC in order to go ahead and submit it to the person shopping. Here's an example of the PDF. Here's an example of the Excel document. And last but not least, my favorite, you can also email it to yourself or the person doing the shopping. That's it. You just created a shopping list. Now you can also use the same kind of steps to go and calculate how much vegetables, how much fruit, and how much milk you will be needed to be able to meet the meal pattern requirements. So I hope this is a helpful tool for you. Again, this is located on the Food Buying Guide landing page. If you have any questions, please contact your program specialists. Farm to preschool. Farm to preschool is a natural extension of the farm to school model and works to connect early care and education settings to local food producers with the objectives of serving locally grown, healthy foods to young children, improving child nutrition, and providing related educational opportunities. Farm to preschool offers multiple strategies to improve the health of children and communities. To begin the Farm to Preschool program, you'll need to assess where you are right now and where you'd like to be. Some of your goals could be purchasing local foods to be served in the meals or snacks, maybe establishing a garden, or perhaps implementing other farm to preschool activities such as trips to farmers markets or cooking lessons. Or perhaps you really want to engage your families in local food access and education. The Farm to Preschool is an excellent resource for agencies who want to grow their child nutrition programs. Another resource that is available to our agencies is the Grow It, Try It, Like It Nutrition Education Kit, featuring My Plate, in a garden-themed nutrition education kit for child care center staff that introduce children to 3 fruits, peaches, strawberries, and cantaloupe, and 3 vegetables, spinach, sweet potatoes, and crookneck squash. The kit includes 7 booklets featuring fruits and vegetables with fun activities through the imaginary garden at Tasty Acres Farm. It also has a CD-ROM with supplemental information and a DVD with Cool Puppy Pups picnic and lunch parties. Each set of lessons contains hands-on activities, planting activities, and nutrition education activities that introduce My Plate. Use the kit to promote learning at home with fun parent-child activities and family-sized recipes that give tips for cooking with children. You can download all the materials or order hard copies at the URL located at the bottom of the screen. Procurement. If an agency is planning to procure meals for the CACFP, they must contact their program specialists. There are important procedures that must be followed. For example, when you're dealing with procurement, that applies to centers receiving meals from an outside vendor. The center is still responsible for meeting all meal pattern requirements and maintaining menus. The contracts must be approved through Mars and updated annually, and any new contracts should be submitted before the contract ends. Again, if you're planning on switching from self-prep to vended meals, please make sure you contact your program specialist. Participation in other USDA child nutrition programs. The CACFP is a year-round program, so you're unable to switch back and forth between the CACFP and summer food service program. Also, there are meal limitations applies to CACP centers that also participate in at-risk after-school meals at the same time. If you have any questions about participating in any other USDA child nutrition programs outside the CACFP, please contact your program specialist. The WIC fact sheet. WIC is another federally funded program under the United States Department of Agriculture that provides healthy supplemental foods and nutrition counseling for pregnant women, new mothers, infants, and children under the age of 5. As a CACFP center, you want to provide your families with other resources. The Maryland WIC eligibility poster can be left on display in an area of your center. For more information about Maryland's WIC program, please look at the URL listed at the bottom of this page. And justice for all. As discussed in the civil rights training, the appropriate and justice for all poster is to be prominently displayed in all offices where there is a USDA presence and where it may be read by customers. Please note that institutions participating in or administrating USDA programs are required to display the appropriate and justice for all poster in their facility where it can be viewed by customers. All and Justice for All posters must be displayed in a specific size, 11 inches wide and 17 inches high. Currently, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the USDA is allowing flexibility to use previous versions or use paper copies. If you need posters, complete the form listed below of this on this slide. Organization is the key to success in this program. You must keep all your records for 3 years, plus the current year. There will be a separate recorded webinar on Child and Adult Care Food Program record-keeping recommendations for child care centers. Compliance reviews. The first review will be within the first year of CACFP's effective date. Then after that, once every 3 years. All compliance reviews are unannounced, and you have to make sure that all the required records must be available for review during normal business hours. Non-compliance may result in corrective action and even fiscal action if necessary. Our office does not do full safety inspections as licensing does, but if the center appears to violate basic health and safety guidelines, we will notify the licensing operations and suspend from CACFP until corrected. The additional requirements: all agencies must attend an annual training. Notices are sent through eSmart for annual administrative trainings, and they usually are held between June and August. Here are some additional resources that are available and the URLs connected to them. The first one is the USDA's Food and Nutrition Service Training Tools. The second one is the Food Buying Guide that we just went through today. The next link is goes directly to the Food Buying Guide calculator. The ICN provides numerous different child and adult care food program courses as well as food safety courses, and then of course the Shoppers app. The CACFP Shoppers app is a free interactive mobile tool built by the Iowa Department of Education to determine credible items while shopping in the store. It can be used by individuals in any U.S. state, but if you have individual product questions, please make sure you check with your program specialists. For this example, we will be using the CACFP Shoppers app to determine if a yogurt meets the sugar requirements to be credible in the CACFP. To be a credible yogurt must be commercially prepared and contain no more than 23 grams of sugar per 6 ounces. So let's go see how you can do this with the CACFP Shoppers app. So here's our yogurt. It has 150 grams and 15 grams of sugar. We're going to use that information to put into our Shoppers app. So we go ahead and open up our CACFP Shoppers app, click Milk on Meet Me Alternate, and from Meet Me Alternate, click on Yogurt. Is it commercially prepared? Yes. And then you go ahead and fill out the information. The serving size was 150 grams. And the sugar per serving was 15. Once you have the information inputted, push continue, and success! We have a credible yogurt. That's how easy it is to use the CACFP Shopper's Guide. There are also marketing materials available for CACFP agencies. These marketing materials are available in both English and Spanish at the URL listed at the bottom of the screen. You can see here it says Building for the Future with CACFP. This daycare receives support from the Child and Adult Care Food Program to serve healthy meals to your children. Meals served must meet USDA's nutrition standards. So wonderful marketing materials available for our agencies. We also want to make sure that you have the information of our YouTube videos. Our YouTube videos help explain and train your staff. We have the benefits of CACFP, the CACFP meal pattern, the CACFP mealtime environment, what is a standardized recipe, and how to write a standardized recipe. All right, so the next steps from here is that you'll need to distribute the CACFP forms to all your households, including your meal benefit application, your child care enrollment forms, your WIC fact sheets, and if you have infants, the infant formula and breast milk meal plan. You'll then get ready to set up for your pre-approval visits. From here, your program specialists will take over and answer any of the questions that you might have during your visit. Thank you so much for attending this webinar today. Just please make sure that lets you know that we are on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MSDE Nutrition. As always, if you have any additional questions about any of the program administration, please contact your program administration specialist. The best way to contact them is through email, but they do have a number as well if you prefer to call. Thank you for your time.